Have you ever heard of one of the most mysterious legends in English medieval history? That of the Green Children of Woolpit. A mysterious occurrence, set in the village of Woolpit, located in Suffolk, East Anglia, during the Middle Ages. At the time, this town laid within the most agriculturally productive, and one of the most densely populated areas of rural England. The village itself had even belonged to the rich and powerful Abbey of Bury St. Edmunds. According to two medieval sources, from the 12th century, Ralph of Coggeshall, an abbot of a Cistercian monastery at Corksall, who recorded his account of the Green Children in the Chronicon Anglicanum. The other, being William of Newburgh, an English historian, and canon at the Augustinian Newburgh Priory, far to the north in Yorkshire, who included the story of the Green Children in his main work known as Historia Rerum Anglicarum. Details from these sources reported these two orphans appeared in a village called Woolpit, but these were no ordinary children. As I guess you understand from the title of this video, the children had green-hued skin. In addition to the unusual color of their skin, these children differed from everyone in all possible ways, such as language, nutrition, demeanor, and even their clothes were made from unfamiliar materials. The writers stated that the events took place within the reign of King Stephen, or King Henry II, depending on which version of the story you read. So today, here on Interstellar Happenings, we will be a look at 5 unusual facts about the story of the Green Children of Woolpit. Number 5. According to the girl, they did not know how they ended up in Woolpit. The original story told by the girl suggested that the two green children were herding the cattle when they fell into some sort of a trance. When they woke, they were no longer in St. Martin's Land, but instead in a wolf pit. The pits, designed to lure and ensnare dangerous wolves, were likely at least twice as tall as the children, and of couple hundred square feet in diameter. A reaper discovered the pair, and took them into town, where Sir Richard de Carn gave them a home. Number 4. Once the girl knew how to express herself in English, she described her home and story. According to the girl's story, they came from an unknown underground world, called St. Martin's Land, where life was in a way similar to the world we know, but at the same time, completely different. According to the girl, their homeland did not have a sun. Instead, they lived in perpetual twilight, although she also mentioned that her family was herding cattle, and had an active way of life, which seems impossible if there is only darkness. Another curious part of the story, besides the fact that St. Martin's Land was underground, is that all beings who lived there, and the entire environment of St. Martin's Land was green. Number 3. The only food they accepted was raw green beans. According to the official tale, the children refused all kinds of food, even though they appeared to be starving, until they found raw green beans in a garden, and ate them from the ground. Eventually, the villagers brought round recently harvested green beans to the children, which the children devoured. They survived only on these beans for many months, until they acquired a taste for bread. Modern outlooks on the myth suggest that the greenish skin was caused by the poor diet of the children. One scientific explanation could be that they suffered from hypochromic anemia, which causes a green shade on the skin, and could happen in the case of a terrible diet. Number 2. The boy passed away, but the girl grew up and was integrated into the community. In time, after Sir Richard de Carn gave them a home, they lost their viridescent pallor and diversified their diets, though the boy became increasingly depressed and sickly, before succumbing to illness and dying just months later. The girl, however, lived long and prosperous in her new home. Number 1. The Green children spoke an unknown language and had no knowledge of English. When the two were first found, the two spoke in an unknown tongue and could not communicate. Eventually, later in life, the girl was taught English. Historical accounts vary, and the legend of the Green children of Woolpit has many approaches, but the most common version is that the girl was eventually baptized and lived a long life as part of the English community. Taking the name Agnes Barr, she allegedly married one of King Henry's ambassadors, although other versions suggest that she never successfully found her way into the New World and lived miserably. Every legend or myth starts from some kind of truth. But speaking of these children, there is no way not to mention that there is no practical evidence of these events, but, since it is part of English folklore, it deserves our attention. Whatever the answer may be, we will probably never be able to fully explain who these children were and how they made their way to Woolpit. But the story of the Green children has endured for over 8 centuries, since the first recorded accounts, providing the inspiration for numerous poems, novels, operas, and plays across the world, and continues to capture the imagination of many curious minds today. Nevertheless, why no one attempted to find these children today is still a mystery. So, who do you think these children were? Were they transported aliens from another world? Or something more natural, such as lost children with a poor diet? Comment below, and let me know your thoughts on this subject, and if you would like to see more stories like this one, you can now join in Interstellar Happenings on Facebook and Twitter. And as always, for all our YouTube videos, and more, just hit that subscribe button below, for more Interstellar Happenings.
Really?